Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. Today, we have Miss Celine Ellis on. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you. I'm so glad you're here. We'd love to start off with the most interesting and hardest question ever. Who is Celine Ellis?
Oh, crikey. So I'm a 40 plus solo artist, independent artist who is making a comeback to music thanks to some friends who kind of like jeered me into getting back into it again. And I'm kind of celebrating that I finally, after this many years, found a home for my music. I've never really had that before. And I think it's possibly one of the reasons why I kind of took that break from music, and now coming back, I found the UK country and Americana scene is just where I feel my songs belong, and I love being part of it. I love being an emerging artist at 40 plus years old. It's kind of a strange feeling, but yeah, I'm just enjoying the whole process at the moment.
You know, I think there's a right time for everything, no matter what it is, and you can always reinvent yourself, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's no too old anymore. No, you can't be too old for things, I think.
I agree. Yeah, except for maybe, those rides that tell you have to be at a certain height. You might be too big physically, but
Yeah. Roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, right. So let me ask a question. Obviously, being from America, I've seen an Americana scene most of my life. And obviously it's been bigger or smaller, varied. So the UK, now tell us about that a little bit. Like, do you feel like now it's just bigger, it's bloomed more than it was in the past, or?
Well, I feel I'm quite new to it, but as far as I can tell, it is a growing scene. It's always been there. People, there have been people who've enjoyed country music and Americana music in the UK, but I think now it's become more acceptable to like country music. And I think people understand that country music doesn't necessarily mean country and Western, the kind of older version of the music. So it's with artists like, for me, I discovered country music in the 90s when I discovered CMT on our television over here. And I fell in love with Garth Brooks and Reba and Trisha Yearwood and all those kind of 90s country stars. And that's where my love of country music comes from. And I think that's just now with the likes of Maren Morrison, Kelsey Ballerini, Keith Urban, Kit Moore, those kind of people have brought country into a bigger thing here in the UK. And the scene itself is so vibrant with so many great artists and so many great songwriters. It's really a great thing to be part of, definitely.
Yeah, and I think that's also true with the US. I mean, I know I went to school in the 90s, and I was one of those people that I like country music. Other people are like, oh no, they would never admit it, but secretly they listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, who cares? Like, just do what you do, do you? But yeah. So I can definitely see now that acceptability factor in various places. So
definitely. And the UK country scene is different to the American scene and the Nashville sound. We've got a lot of the same sound. We can play the same instruments. We can have slide guitars and pedal steels and fiddles and stuff. But because of our way of life here, there's less kind of fishing and pickup trucks and stuff like that. So it is slightly different. It's our version of country music, but there's still a lot of kind of similarities, definitely.
What do you think? Like, obviously, no fishing, hunting, that kind of similarity there. What do you think are those for the UK country? Do you think it's more of a feeling, like a love or a breakup? Maybe that's universal, though.
Yeah, the breakup songs, the whiskey songs, they're definitely still road trip songs. I write a lot of breakup songs and road trip songs because that's what I love doing. Anyway, well, not love breaking up. I love road trips. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of similarities there, but there's there's just a huge array of people writing some brilliant songs. And for me, country music is all about the storytelling and the how detailed and how vivid a picture you can paint with the lyrics. So
Absolutely. So tell us, who are some of the women that have inspired you to do music?
my heroine when it comes to songwriting is Mary Chapin Carpenter. I fell in love with her album Come On, Come On, and then just basically I've just absorbed everything she's ever done. I met her after a show she did in the UK. Crikey, that's a few years ago now. And I just love everything she does, and the stuff she's doing now and through lockdown, when she released an album through lockdown. I just love how gentle she sings, and her approach to the songs now is she's gone slightly more towards a folky roots kind of sound, but yeah, she's my heroine. Other than that, I love Taylor Swift. I love Melissa Etheridge. She's a little bit more rocky, but I just love what she does with her acoustic guitar. Those are probably my top 3 female inspirations.
Those are great. There's, Mary Chapin Carpenter, not a lot of people mention her as far as, especially from the songwriting perspective. And as a songwriter, that's just, oh yeah, she has some of the best songs ever, like as far as writing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So are you ready for 20 crazy questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. No rhyme or reason, no right or wrong.
Okay.
I promise we won't get arrested.
Okay, I'm blaming you if you
do. What's the last thing you've read?
I'm currently reading a Lee Child book, a Jack Reacher book. I can't even remember its name, but I like that kind of cop thriller stuff.
Perfect. Hypothetically, if I came to you and said I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
Absolutely, because I studied science and biology at university. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can find a good place.
Awesome.
And then you'll owe me a really big favor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna owe you for sure. Oh, what's the best concert or the top 2 concerts you've ever been to?
That's absolutely quite difficult. I saw Counting Crows, and they were a superb live band. That was, probably about 97. And then I also saw Mary Chapin Carpenter and Sean Colvin when they came over to do a dual tour. And that was just one of the most sublime concerts I've been to. Just 2 women and 2 acoustic guitars, and it was just perfect.
That's so awesome. And it's funny that you say that, because like in the US, everything here seems to be very production oriented. And I love those intimate, like small places that you just, the acoustics and
yeah.
Or even small band.
Yeah, totally. And then the song is just left. That's the key. That's the kind of focal point, isn't it? Definitely.
Absolutely. What's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery?
Go on holiday. Go on a vacation somewhere to plan how I'm going to spend the rest of the money. Yeah.
Great idea. I like that. I have to remember that. I'm like, no, I was going to wait a month to do anything and think about it. That's a great plan. I love it. I'll call you if I hit the lottery.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Okay, awesome. Tell us something that's on your bucket list.
On my bucket list, actually, I have never played a writer's round, and I'm going to get to do that in a few weeks' time. It's a charity gig in London, and I'm so looking forward to it. I can't even explain, because I love the concept, and I love I've been to see some, and I love the intimacy you have in a writer's round, and yeah, it's been on my bucket list for ages to do one. So
awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're going to get to do one. That's so cool. Love it. Tell us a job that you would be terrible at.
lots. Probably like anything to do with nursing. I'm squeamish. Anything to do with looking after other people, I just kind of panic, I think.
Okay, so no healthcare for you. Oh.
Makes me sound terrible, but I'm just absolutely terrible in a situation that needs an emergency situation. So,
Hey, there's all kinds of people. That's why you have some people that do it, some people don't. So
yeah.
What's your game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Right. I am all over this. Yeah, I am totally all over this. I am like, I know how to kind of, I've watched enough zombie films and Walking Dead. It's kind of, first of all, you've got to be able to defend yourself, then you've got to be able to feed yourself. I'm thinking barricade myself in like a shopping mall or a grocery store that you can get access to the roof. Got enough kind of, you've got facilities, you've got food, you've got clothes. Yeah, that would be my starting point.
Love it. That's so cool. Tell us an artist or an album or a couple artists or albums that we need to listen to before we die.
Okay, so a friend of mine that I've met through a songwriting circle called Kelly Williams, she's out of Atlanta, and she's just released a beautiful single, one of the most beautiful songs about an inanimate object I have ever heard, called The Family Table. So I think people need to discover Kelly for sure. She's just superb. And my kind of favorite album I'm listening to at the minute is The Brothers Landreth, 87. And I've been telling everybody about that at the minute, so I think I'm going to put that one on the list.
Great, for sure. I'm going to have to go check both of them out now. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Melissa McCarthy.
Love it. I can see that. I can see that. Just the humor.
Yeah. I imagine my story of my life to be somewhat of comedy, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know this one might be difficult because this seems to be more an American thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask anyway. Where's Waldo?
Okay, so I think Waldo is the guy with the stripy sweater and the glasses. Yeah. Yes. So we call him Wally. It's where's Wally?
Okay. Here, I'm going to write this down right now. UK Wally.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he's
forever I'm going to have all these versions of him.
Yeah, he's totally hiding in plain sight, is Wally. Wherever you are, he's just hiding there in plain sight, waving.
So you don't know where Wally is?
No clue. But he'll be there somewhere in the background.
Oh, would you rather cook or order in?
Oh, that's difficult because I love food. And I really enjoy cooking. But I also love takeout. If I had to choose, it would probably... Could I choose any takeout?
Absolutely.
Yeah, takeout. Definitely takeout then.
Yeah, you change it every night if you want it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, definitely takeout then.
Oh, you sing in the shower?
Absolutely. I sing everywhere.
I love it. Is there anywhere you don't sing?
Bed when I'm asleep. Although I might sing in my sleep. I'm not entirely sure. I've never kind of heard myself, but no, I do. I sing. I in fact, actually, I'm forever humming songs, and my wife's forever telling me to change the song because I if I get one stuck in my head, I'll sing the same bit of that song over and over. And she's like, right, change the song now.
Oh, there should be like a fast forward button next. Oh, boots or heels?
Boots for me. I don't work in heels very well.
Oh, what's the best thing since sliced bread?
Making your own bread. I've been doing that a lot lately.
Is that lockdown theory?
Yeah. And I've continued doing it because I actually quite enjoy the process. It's quite a therapeutic process to kind of make the dough and then kind of knead the dough and then let it rise, and obviously home cooked bread is like the best bread when it's warm. So yeah.
Warm bread. And do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Miley Cyrus is my guilty pleasure. I absolutely adore her kind of, you think she's had her, I don't know if she's had surgery. She's certainly had some problems with her voice and her throat, but I absolutely love her kind of raspy voice. And loving the kind of 80s style, Stevie Nicks style stuff she's put out there. But she did this wonderful NPR Tiny Desk concert on YouTube. And yeah, that was superb.
We'll go check that out after we go listen to your music.
Okay.
And we can go check that out.
There's a list of things to check out, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah. So first we got to check out your new EP that came out. Then we can go check out Miley Cyrus. Then we can go check out, obviously, if people have never heard of Stevie Nicks, you should go check out Stevie Nicks too, just because.
If you haven't heard of Stevie Nicks, where have you been?
Right. Right. I'm so excited that she's like headlining the festival this summer. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like yes. So that was great to hear.
She's awesome.
Yeah. What's the worst pizza topping?
Cheese. That's
cheese?
not a good answer. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of melted cheese. So I would have less cheese and more other things, more pepperoni and olives, and yeah.
That's fine. Hey, at least it's not pineapple, because that's been the big debate. I was getting nervous this year as I was asking that question, because it was like pineapple or no pineapple or this pineapple. I'm like, whoa, okay. Maybe I should be asking.
I'm a pro pineapple for pizzas person.
Awesome. I will get you on the bandwagon. We're gonna have pineapple pizza shirts or something made.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take to the streets,
protest
our love of pineapple. If you could be any person or any position, like a CEO, an accountant, a doctor, obviously probably not a doctor, who or what position would you want to be for the day and why?
I would. Oh, this is a good question.
This is one of the more difficult ones because it makes you really think.
I think I'd like to be like a tour manager for somebody. Maybe like Garth Brooks' tour manager, because he's doing this massive stadium tour at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
And that looks like immense. And just to be able to kind of go along and see how that all works and how that gets put together, and that would be an interesting day, I think.
Yeah, all the planning, the back work. Yeah, absolutely. Are you good at keeping secrets?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
That means yes.
I know. Oh, at what age do you feel that you became an adult?
32.
Any rhyme or reason, or just because you're picking a number?
Just randomly picking a number. I don't think I felt like I was a proper adult until really late in life. I think it was when I bought a sofa and got excited about buying a new sofa. I was like, oh crikey, I'm an adult now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or laundry, washer, dryer. Yeah, I bought those and I was like, those are so cool.
It's one of those things, isn't it? When you buy something completely and utterly boring and you get excited about it, that's when you're an adult. Yeah.
Yes. Because our biggest adult thing right now is that we're looking at vacuum cleaners.
I see what you're doing. Yes. Yeah.
They're exciting.
You're spending a lot of time researching it.
Yeah. So this one will not let the dog hair get caught in it. This is awesome. This one will. This one rolls this way.
I've got a dog. You need to pick the right vacuum cleaner when you've got a dog. You can't just buy anyone. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So do you live by any words of wisdom? If so, what are they?
I am trying to live by being unapologetically me. That's kind of my 2022 theme, is try and just be me and not try and be somebody I'm not, and not try and be someone I think people want me to be, and just try and be the best me I can be.
Beautiful. Love it. Absolutely. I think we should all do that in general.
That's my kind of mission for the year, is to do that.
Yeah, just be you. That's it. Be you,
Yep.
and best version every day.
Yeah.
So tell us your best version. What does your best version have planned for the rest of 2022? Some more writing, some more.
Oh, absolutely.
gigs?
Yeah. So I'm doing, because I took a break from music and I wasn't writing, since I've started writing again, it's like I've opened the dam, and I've got all these songs that are literally ready to fall out of my head. So yeah, I've got a lot of writing going on at the moment. I'm always tinkering with things. I'm doing lots more co-writes, which is really fun. That adds a new dynamic to things, and yeah, that's different for me. I've got some good shows kind of planned for this year, which is great after the last few years. So a couple of shows in London, and then a couple of festivals over the summer, which are going to be really good. So, and then me and my wife are making all the trips that got cancelled over the last few years. We're kind of replanning them and trying to squeeze all them into the rest of the year as well. So the year is busy, but I love it. It's exciting busy.
Oh, well, that's good, because, the whole lockdown, that was kind of after a while, like, it was nice at the first, like, it was cool that like everyone's doing online stuff, and it's really cool that you get to meet new artists. And then after a while, I was like, okay, we need venues, even if we're masked and we're sitting like 3 chairs apart from every person, that we could do that. I'm cool with that. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to have some normalcy back to.
Definitely. And I feel like I've taken my time with kind of bookings and, kind of hoping that they weren't going to get cancelled, because people were still getting cancelled even in January, February here. So I've kind of taken a nice kind of spread out year with my gigs and bookings. So there's a few more gaps that I'm hoping to fill with a couple of things, irons in the fire at the moment. So stay tuned.
Wonderful. Well, definitely looking for that. And obviously, if you're in the UK, everyone go see Celine at one of her outings in London or wherever. Yeah. And then obviously get some live streams and tag us so we can check it out too.
Do you know what? I haven't done a live stream for ages, actually. I really need to do one.
We should have you on our Facebook.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Because I literally haven't done one for ages. And we had so much fun during lockdown doing lockdown live streams.
Yeah.
And I kind of reconnected with a lot of my kind of high school friends and some people who, because I don't live where I grew up anymore, some of my friends and family don't get to see me perform, and so it was really nice that they got to kind of get involved and reconnect with a lot of my high school friends because of it, which was good fun. So yeah, I should do more. Add that to my list.
Yes, absolutely. Because then those of us in the US, we can be like, hey, did you check out this awesome UK artist? We can,
Superb. I'll
share it out. Absolutely. Well, it has been a pleasure having you on today, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thanks for having me. I love doing these kind of things. They're so fun.
Okay, we'll definitely have to schedule another one, maybe 6 months down the road, and see what's happening then, and maybe have some new music out.
I will have some new music out. I've got a single I'm working on at the moment for a summer release that's going to be so much fun. It's not even finished yet, and it is so much fun to listen to already. So
super excited. So thank you for joining me again. And thank you, friends, for joining us for another episode of Crazy Women Country. You have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.